No one ever accused Diane Miller of being an upright and honest General Hospital citizen, but she prided herself on following the letter, if not the spirit of the law, every time she got yet another murderer out of prison and back on the streets. We at least believed she was smart, so why has she made such a stupid and rookie mistake all of a sudden? Diane, Carolyn Hennessy, has been Sonny's, Morris Bernard, lawyer for years. Yes, she represented Carly, Laura Wright, in their divorce. But that was a personal matter. As far as we know, Sonny is still Diane's professional client, which is why she absolutely, positively had no right to advise Carly that to get out of the completely legit inside trader charges against her, she should pin all the blame on Sonny. That's the kind of ethical breach that can get a lawyer disbarred. What was Diane thinking? Now we realize that Sonny offered to serve time for Carly, because he's a mensch like that, but he did that without his lawyer present. It was one thing for Sonny to offer, quite another for Diane to suggest it. Now we know that Sonny won't report Diane because she was only doing it to save Carly, and saving Carly is the higher purpose everybody is always looking for. But if the truth were to get out anyhow, oh my, of course, if the truth were to get out, we expect Diane would request her good friend, District Attorney Robert Tristan Rogers, to pull a few strings for her. After all, Robert is a stand-up, truth and justice sort of guy. It's why he can't be with Holly, Emma Sams. After all, Robert couldn't possibly be with a woman who was involved with anything even vaguely criminal. General Hospital spoilers reveal lives in danger, suspicious minds, deadly fears, and so much more. You won't want to miss a moment of this heart-stopping episode. Victor, Charles Shaughnessy, is spiraling out of control while remaining determined to save his family and the world, no matter what the cost. He may think he has the necklace that he needs, but that doesn't stop him from aiming right for Anna's, Finola Hughes, chest and pulling the trigger. Valentine, James Patrick Stewart, is beside himself after the shot rings out, and Robert Tristan Rogers is seen on the phone saying that he will meet someone at the hospital. With GH spoilers saying Lucy, Lynn Herring, is frantic. Does she show up at the ball, or does she contact Robert, or does Valentine get a chance to do that? With Anna's life on the line, it looks like it will be all hands on deck. Victor isn't finished with his dirty work and makes his way to the Haunted Star, where he awaits more guests. GH teasers say that Spencer Nicholas Alexander Chavez is in for a shock. He knows he has to meet Victor's goons soon, but also has to deal with smoothing things over with Trina, Tabiana Ali. What is a young man to do? Will he end up in Victor's clutches? It seems Liesl, Kathleen Gaddy, is one of Victor's kidnapping victims as Maxie, Kirsten Storms, wonders where she is. Nina, Cynthia Watrose, is highly alarmed when Maxie tells her that Liesl vanished from the magic vanishing box and never reappeared. What does that mean for Willow, Petlin McMullen, and her bone marrow transplant scheduled for the next day? Victor probably wants to get his hands on big baby Ace as well, but Avery Kristen Pohl is not going to let him go so easily. She even tells Laura, Jenny Francis, that she can't touch her own grandson. When Sasha Sophia Matson next sees Gladys, Bonnie Burrows, she asks her where that fancy diamond bracelet went, but Gladys certainly doesn't admit she put it in Cody's, Josh Kelly, jacket pocket, and is set to fall out during the Magic Milo act. Finally, Jordan, Tanisha Harper, gets terrible news as an arrest is made. Sonny, Morris Bernard, and Sam Kelly Monaco also offer someone some assistance, so hopefully they can help track down Victor and fix all that went wrong at the ball. Fans of James Patrick Stewart know that the actor comes from a show business family. Therefore, he's met many famous faces, including ones before they hit it big. The actor recently recalled a special memory he has thanks to the late Phil Hartman, who starred on Saturday Night Live and voiced characters on The Simpsons. Stewart was perhaps prompted to remember Phil Hartman because it was the 25th anniversary of his passing. The funnyman died on May 28, 1998, at the age of 49. First met #Phil Hartman when I was 6 years old, Stewart shared on Twitter. There was roughly a 20-year age difference between the two men, so Hartman would have been around 26 when the two met. He was a graphic designer working for my dad's manager, Stewart adds. Long before CGI, computer-generated imagery, and million-dollar budget superhero movies came along, Hartman helped Stewart make movie magic. When he learned my father had an 8mm movie camera capable of stop frame, he spent an hour with me making a movie where my Marvel action figures attacked and destroyed my Fisher-Price town, Stewart says. We'll never forget him as long as I live. Hartman was a cast member of SNL from 1985 to 1994. He is remembered for his portrayals in sketches of President Ronald Reagan, the Frankenstein Monster, Frank Sinatra, Ed McMahon, First Lady Barbara Bush, President Bill Clinton, and many others. Hartman won the 1989 Primetime Emmy for Outstanding Writing in a Variety or Music Program. SNL? You continue to amaze, responded actor Larry Poindexter. Soap fans may recall the performer from his role as GH's Dr. Asher Thomas and the parts of Father Lewis and Ben Welch on Days of Our Lives. I met him after he came backstage to actually give praise to me on a play I was appearing in, and gave specific advice, warmly and kindly, was deeply appreciative and will always remember him. In the 1960s and 1970s, Marvel superheroes were seen in Saturday morning cartoons and live-action series, including The Amazing Spider-Man, starring Nicholas Hammond from The Sound of Music, and The Incredible Hulk, starring Bill Bixby and Lou Ferrigno. Marvel Universe films have been around since 2007. Over 30 films featuring Marvel superhero characters have been released, and additional movies are in development. The films have grossed close to $30 billion globally. We're not sure if Stewart has a copy of the film Hartman and he made, but if the actor posts it on social media, we'll add it to this story. Former General Hospital and Days of Our Lives star Tyler Christopher has had another run-in with the law after police found him sleeping and intoxicated at a California airport. According to TMZ, police were notified of a man sleeping at an American Airlines terminal, and when police arrived, they believed that the nap was alcohol-related. Christopher apparently told the cops that he had missed a flight, but TMZ claims sources said the beloved actor was demonstrably intoxicated and was unable to care for himself. While Christopher did not spend time behind bars, he was reportedly cuffed and booked. He was then given a citation and a later date for a court appearance. Christopher began his daytime career as Nicholas Cassadine in 1996 and played the iconic role off and on until 2016, when he supposedly left the soap due to contract negotiations gone wrong. In late 2017, he created the role of Stefano Demera on Davis, but only lasted in the role for a little over a year. In 2019, Christopher was arrested on his 47th birthday in his home state of Indiana, also for public intoxication. In 2022, the actor appeared on Maurice Benard's web series State of Mind and detailed his issues with alcoholism that had plagued him since he was a teenager. He also revealed his bipolar diagnosis and explained that he was on the road to recovery after reaching rock bottom in 2021. I'm active in the AA, Alcoholics Anonymous program, believe it or not. There's a medication that takes away from having the craving of any sort of substance. I go once a month and get an injection, Christopher said. It takes away the mental urge to want to numb yourself. That's part of treating bipolar too. The two are related to each other. I wanted people to know what was going on in my life. I didn't want to do an hour on State of Mind saying, "Oh, poor me. I'm such a victim." I want to educate people.